Well, the day everybody was waiting with bated breath for finally arrived, and the Crow trailer, I guess, came out a couple of hours ago, and I just checked it out. I'm going to run it over here on the side. Just want to throw down some thoughts on this one. I'm going to file this one strongly under remakes that didn't need to be remade. You know, there's a Crow movie from back in the day when it came out, bit of a cultural pop sensation. You know, obviously it's elevated because of the sad, tragic death of Brandon Lee, who passed on during the making of the film. Banger of a soundtrack in the old movie. So there's all these other adjunct things that kind of led to the Crow's success kind of after the fact in the mainstream. It's by no means is it a perfect film. So I'm not gonna stand up here and grandstand and try and tell you I'm gonna die on that hill like it's some piece of perfect cinema. But what it was is a product of its time that is beloved by millions of people, especially if you grew up in that era of, with that kind of music. The sequels that came after the fact, kind of garbage. I mean, City of Angels is and the other two are just awful, like Wicked Prayer and Salvation are trash. The TV series was pretty meh also, but this here, this reeks of 2024 or 2020s reimaginings of things. Yeah, I've never read the original Crow comic or graphic novel from way back in the day, so if anybody wants to point out in the comments below if the character design is somehow reminiscent or a closer approximation of that, feel free to let me know. I don't know, but I was looking definitely for more of the classic Brandon Lee look of the Crow here, and that's not what we have here. What we have here is Jared Leto Joker Crow, as has been pointed out by millions and millions of other people, so it's not like I'm trying to get my name on a trademark to that idea. But the character design looks weak as hell here. We're not getting any of the details of the story in the trailer at all, other than, Shelley's death and he comes back and, Eric comes back from the grave for the vengeance trip. The trailer leaves me feeling absolutely nothing. We've got a song that's been mocked up and redone in the same fashion that a bunch of other trailers are made for these days, where we take a version of a rock song and slow it down and we try to get some dramatic emphasis on it, and it doesn't hit. I've seen it before. I'm tired of that kind of thing. I needed something different. I don't feel anything for any of the side characters here. Like there's no, I don't see a top dollar kind of villain here. When the movie needs that, it needs a certain look, a certain aesthetic to pull off the vibe, and it just doesn't have it. What it looks like it has here is it's trying to go hard into the CGI violence with some of the CG blood squibs with the shotgun blast, things like that. I didn't see anything inspiring in the combat. I didn't see anything that reminded me in a good way of the old Crow movie, and I think there's just certain elements of that film that needed to be here in the remake to kind of anchor it and be it and have it be something memorable. Like where's the little girl? Where's the little girl who's kind of explaining and doing the narration? About sometimes something bad happens and a crow brings you back to put right the things that went wrong. Like that whole thing, the true love never dies thing. Yeah, what about the line like it can't rain all the time? Like when you talk about movies that leave like a lasting impact, like what are we gonna quote from this movie here? Because I'm pretty sure if they had that line, it would have been in the trailer. They would have closed on it. It would have been something that had a bit of an impact and not just some jackass in a fancy car going, "I killed you," and then Eric Draven saying, "Yeah, you did." Like nothing to that. It's just kind of, this whole thing reeks of underperforming. It's not original enough in what I can see in any kind of good way. It just looks like it's leaning into the same old modern bullshit that we've had in a bunch of other rip-off movies. This will be gone and forgotten probably within the month. I'm not impressed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Does this actually get you interested for this movie when it comes through? Let me know. And I'm also definitely interested in hearing the discussion of if this character is actually closer to what Draven's supposed to look like from the comic. I'm guessing it doesn't, because the weird face paint, overly tattooed body thing he's got going on here, that wasn't a vibe back in the day. So I very much doubt that that's the original conception. But anyways, let me know, and we'll catch up with you guys in the next one.